What's going on? Welcome to Bland's Promised Land Ranch. We're so excited because now we are entering into the garden season. And what that means is we got to keep moving with the garden, start getting it prepped and ready. So we just came out of snow, we've had a lot of rain, and so we have just a small window to start getting all the compost out here onto the garden. Regardless of where you are, now is the time you want to get that compost, that manure out on your grounds and let it start just seeping into the ground to get the value of your soil up. And so that's really the goal right now, is to get it in place, because we're getting ready to get some more rain. I don't want to take time to till it in because I want the rain to do the work for me. And that's always the biggest thing when we're talking about time management in a garden or on a homestead, is managing your time efficiently. And so what we don't want to do is waste our time tilling and putting everything out in order for us to just have it messed up in the next rainstorm. So what we're going to do, I got all my little minions back here working right now. If you remember in our previous video, we put the pigs out here to start tilling things up and getting rid of all the weeds, and they did a fantastic job. You can see that with the grounds, that everything has been eaten for the most part. It's going to be very minimal amount of work for us at this point in time when it comes to the weeding. So what we're going to do is get the wiring for the electric fence, the T-post. We're going to get their structure, their house structure, out of the garden so that we can start putting the manure in place. And so let's get started. Okay, everybody on the dog run, please. Jonathan, can you put that down for a second?
Can't really grab it because so the back is going to be dragging the whole time.
When we do work on the farm, this is a great opportunity for us to instill in our kids that it's okay to work, it's okay to get our hands dirty, and it's okay to learn these things that a lot of people have forgotten or don't know how to. So regardless of where you are in the field, or if you have a small garden, or even if you're doing pots, take time to teach your kids so that they can learn that no matter where they are, they can also be able to use this and use these to start producing food. It's a good thing to do. So be encouraged in that.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, up.
Okay, you're calling it?
You're the bigger boy.
All right, go out.
See?
Oh, jeez,
That is
I sunk down like 12 inches.
yeah, I saw that.
All right, we need to go all the way across the driveway. Let me know if I need to take a break. Well, pick your end up then.
Is that good?
Yep. Okay. So one of the things too is you try to keep things that you can utilize. So this is actually a dog run, and you try to find a lot of different purposes to use things and make it easier on yourself. So the dog run was a house for the pigs for a short period of time, and soon it'll be reused again for probably chickens or turkeys or something else. So it's good stuff. All right, let's keep going. So we're at the tractor now, but with all the snow and the low temperatures, it's kind of made me feel like the tractor hasn't been running quite some time. It's only been offline, so to speak, for about 7 days, but we got to give it a once over, warm it up, and get the bucket on, get the tires filled up, and then we're going to be ready to start moving the compost out to the garden. So it's been a couple days since I've been able to get back out here because of all the bad weather that we had. We had a lot of rain, but it did exactly what we were looking for it to do, in the sense that if you look here behind me, all the kids and Monica, they were out here raking in all the manure, but the rain pretty much leveled everything out for us so that we didn't have to worry about putting extra effort into it. We just kind of scattered things and let the rain do all the hard work for us. So that's what I'll try to teach, is time management. Make sure you're managing your time all the time. Don't waste time doing things that you can let nature do for you. And so the rain really helped us out. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take a walk back into the compost. I want to show you something real quick and tell you what we're getting ready to do. All right, so what I wanted to show you real quick was the compost bin. And this was awesome, by the way. It worked out wonderfully. I was able to drive straight in and be able to use this back wall as a means to push it into the bucket. But I wanted to show you what our compost looked like. And this is the stuff that's been sitting here the longest, obviously. It's on the bottom, and I did try to flip it with the tractor throughout the year. But if you go down in here and just smell it, it smells just like dirt. And that's what we're looking for with our compost. And you can kind of look at the compost. You can kind of see that it's not broken down all the way yet. There's still pieces of hay in there, and it's not perfect, but you know what? Sometimes it's not going to be perfect. The thing is that you got to remember is don't get discouraged and don't give up on it. Keep going after it. And like I said, this smells like dirt. So when you mix this in and till it in with all the other stuff, it's going to work great. And you'll know it works great in the springtime and the late spring, early summer, when you start getting all them wonderful vegetables, them gorgeous red tomatoes and the cucumbers and all the jalapenos, and I'm thinking about it. I'm ready for it already. That's what gets us excited about doing this every year, is looking at what's going to be, which is all the fruits of our labor. So that's one thing that we want to talk about, is once we get our compost out and our manure put in place, we can't forget that now is the time to start your compost again. Don't wait. As soon as you start emptying it for the season, fill it back up. This is a whole nother video, but this is eggs that Monica has preserved for about 9 months. And some of these didn't make it through like we were hoping, but this is what we're going to go ahead and start our new compost off with. And I'm going to throw it right in the middle. And the reason why I want to do that is because along the edging is still good compost. So in the event that we get something a little bit later in the season, we'll be able to pull from the edges and still get good compost. So we're going to dump these, and then we're going to head back to the garden. Stinky.
Okay, so while we were actually out here working on the garden, I got a text from my in-laws up north, and they had mentioned what they were working on the very same time we were out here working on the garden. So let's see what people are doing in other states. It doesn't have to be just down here in Texas to do some garden prep. So let's throw it up there and see how they're working on their garden today.
Hold on, go back.
Well, that was pretty awesome. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You can be down here in Texas or you can be up north, but you can still take the time to prep your garden bed so that when you get those flowers and you got those plants, your soil's prepared, your garden area is prepared, and you're ready to plant. Doesn't matter where you're at, you can still take the time to do it, and it can do little bits at a time or you can take the whole day. It's up to you. Just get that soil prepared, get that area prepared, and get it ready so that when you get those plants, when you finally get to the store, you can snag those plants and start planting.
We're just so excited to get our garden going. I mean, this is what we shoot for all year long. We take the entire year to fill that compost up for this moment, to get the grounds ready for all the vegetables that we're going to grow, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. You know, there's nothing like being able to hold a tomato that you grew in your hand. There's nothing like taking a cucumber out of your own garden and slicing it on your plate, knowing the amount of work that these hands and this mind took to grow all this stuff. And we're just so appreciative. We're appreciative also of you coming to take time to watch this video. I hope you liked it. Give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can get notified once we post things. We just want to encourage you and everything that you want to do as well. And don't give up. Keep pushing forward, keep fighting. Until next time, peace.
Until next time, peace.
Gotta go.
See ya. Peace. Oh.
Okay, so while Eric's busy, he's not really busy. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you can still take the time to prep your space so that you're ready to plant as soon as it's time to plant. Eric Bland, I'm serious, I'm gonna have to use this one.
And that's what gets us excited. Oh, I can't even talk.
Hi, this is Monica, live from the garden. I'm spinning.